Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. We continue to be moving, we continue to move sideways here. Take a look at what that pattern could be, and we take a look at the lower level wave count for it as well. It remains my view that we push higher, yeah, no problem, as long as we're holding the support area. That remains primary expectation. We also take a look at what that support area exactly is. If I zoom out again, won't take a look at the entire wave count here. We did that in the previous video, but here the view is that from the 10th of November, 9th of November, when we broke down related to the FTX issue, we moved up in a wave A afterwards, we came down in a B wave, and all of this is just a C wave here, which would put in a higher degree wave 4. So A, B, C, nothing super bullish, but short-term bullish upside potential. We've been talking about that for a while now. It so far has played out. Now we've reached a critical point. Need to talk about that in this video as well. And the primary expectation is, after going higher, that we will still see another breakout to the downside. But there is no way of saying that with any certainty at the moment. It could very well be as well that this 5-wave move in which we currently are is already part of a breakout pattern. So basically not a wave 4, but a wave 1. So the possibility is as well that this wave 4 was actually here, the wave 5 was here, double bottom, we finished this correction, and we're already in a breakout pattern to the upside. We will not know that until we finish off this 5-wave move and then get the correction done, hold support, and when we finally do a higher low here, then we can be certain that a low has been made here. But until then, we stay on the side of caution and assume that all of this is just a wave 4 in line with the Bitcoin count, okay? I think that makes sense. Even though they don't always move together, but still there are correlations. So looking at this movement to the upside here, again, the view is still, this was a wave 1, this was a wave 2 when we came down to 1150. We're now in this wave 3 to the upside. There will be a wave 4 and a wave 5. It's important now to understand how this wave 3 plays out. Generally, a target for this wave 3 would be $1,400. That's the most simple way of how to calculate it. This can also go a bit longer, that's not a problem, but it should reach $1,400 too, if this is the correct wave count, yeah? Then we should reach, in the wave 3, $1,400, and in a wave 5 then even higher, okay? And after that wave 5 is done, we should see that next decision moment in that retracement. You know, do we make a higher low or do we break down? And then we can say with greater certainty if a more substantial low has been made down here for Ethereum. So if we now zoom in, my primary expectation remains still that this here is currently a wave 4 what we're doing, and we would push higher in a wave 5 of 3 afterwards. So that this here was a wave 1, we came down in a 2, we moved up in a 3, we're moving down in a wave 4, and there will be one more wave up in a wave 5. That is still the primary expectation, and that will remain primary expectation as long as we're holding the critical support area. And let's take a look at this support area and how is it defined. So it all goes down to around 1255. Okay, so we should not drop below that 1255 level. If we do, it's most likely not this particular wave count here anymore. So we just need to be aware of that, yeah, because a wave 4 would normally not move down lower than the 50% FIB level. So I currently have this as an ABC pattern here. And however, I have to change my view, I have to move the waves across a little bit. It's actually not too unlikely that wave C comes down a bit lower. But it could also be, and that is what, there is no way of knowing that at this stage, we could be in an overall Elliott wave triangle for the wave 4. A wave 4 likes to do this, yeah. A wave 4 likes to do this stuff. And if this is an Elliott wave triangle, the count would look a little bit different. We would then have to say, yes, A, B, as long as we stay above 1263, we can go with that. C, there will be a D and an E, and then we would move to the upside. Just be aware, this could become an Elliott wave triangle. To become an Elliott wave triangle, or to be one, we need to stay above 1263, we need to stay below 1297. But if we break below 1255, and I mentioned that in the previous video, we may have to assume that a more substantial low has been made here, and that this is the following: a 1-2 setup and another 1-2 setup. So we have a 1-2 and the wave 3 in yellow, and that this 1-2 setup would only be part of the wave 3. So a wave 1, a wave 2, then there would be a wave 3 of 3, and so on. It would eventually be the more bullish count, yeah, because if this is already a wave 1 here that peaked at 1310, then come down in a wave 2, the next wave 3 would already take us to around whatever 1400. So eventually this yellow wave 3 would push even higher. So just, you know, it depends now very, very much on which support level do we actually hold. And it generally is my view that if we break below 1185, this whole upside potential isn't going to work out anymore, because then we're breaking below the 78.6% fib level, and it's most likely not going to work out anymore in a bullish way. But that's where we are. You know, I showed you the lower level wave count. When can we be more certain that actually this wave 5 to the upside is starting or continuing? It would be a break above this 1297 level. If we break above 1297, then I think we push higher here in a wave 5 of 3. And the target for that wave 3 is $1,400. We talked about that, we calculated that. There's another way of calculating a target, and that's also a viable way of doing it, in that I take the length of the wave 1, we go here to the low, and the key target, first target would be 1340, the 1-to-1 ratio, and the stretch target is 1383. So we've got 1340, 1383, and 1400. Unfortunately, these are all viable ways of calculating a target with the Fibonacci extensions. So it's a bit of wait and see. It depends on which, does this support level hold or not? And if it doesn't hold, where do we find support? So I can give you that level as well. I already gave you the 1184 level that we need to hold, but let's say we break below 1255, then we can find support in the area between 1229 and 1284, because then we have a 1-2 setup here. And if we break below 1184, it's most likely a direct sell-off to new lows. Okay, and that's at the moment my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.